Hello and welcome back
Fuck, you
to
said you would start it off. You just
the
fucking God.
PhazeCast.
Hey, everybody.
We're going in
Hey, everybody.
quick.
We are?
Well, I surprised you, didn't I? You didn't know when I
No.
was going to do it. And here we are,
This seems
starting the
slow.
show.
This seems slow.
The Elden Ring Game of
Yeah?
the Year awards
Yeah.
have surpassed every other game. Did you know that,
What?
Joe?
I don't know what you mean when you say that.
The Last of Us Part 2 was the game that had won the most Game of the Year awards. Now Elden Ring has won the most Game of the Year
Oh.
awards. In
Oh.
other news this week,
Deserved.
there was a
Okay.
trailer for Renfield, a movie where Nicolas Cage plays a vampire.
I want to see that. I
It
didn't
looks,
even know it was Nicolas Cage from like the bits I saw until I saw a poster.
yeah, it seems like maybe it's going to be a bit of a bait movie because there's going to be like 10 minutes of Nick Cage and then he's not going to be in it.
Yeah, but the idea is cool. I think I like the
Yeah,
idea.
I like the
The
idea
idea of the
too.
movie seems cool. So,
It harkens back a bit to the original Dracula, which
hey,
you
do
know.
me a favor. Never say "harkens back" again.
It
Thanks.
harkens back to the original Dracula.
It harkens back to
What?
these getting at you.
Why do you hate the phrase harkens back to?
I don't hate the phrase. I hate when you say it because you're trying to sound smart and you should stop.
I feel like when you say harkens back to, it sounds sort of like a Star Wars character. Like their first name is Harkins and their last name is Back to.
Oh, harkens back, dude. That's my next Star Wars character.
Be like, oh yeah, you got to talk to Harkens back to. He works in.
All he does is he works in the library. He works in the library.
A library.
So he tells
is
you
it?
about all the things that happened back then.
Of course.
Yeah. See,
much like how Bib Fortuna is a messy eater. There was
Fortuna.
No, but the original Dracula, Renfield, is a real crazy guy. He eats bugs, and he goes. He makes a face like that. He goes in the movie. Eats bugs in the book and in the movie. You see Nicholas Hoult eating a bug in this trailer. It's great. I'm excited.
All the trailers I've seen have been the TikTok ones where the dude like rushes in and says he's in a toxic relationship.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, that's. I'm okay. I want to see it.
He goes to the group therapy for his like familiar relationship with Dracula. It could be good. And Nick Cage, dude, Vampire's Kiss I watched recently. Excellent movie. Nick Cage pretending to be a vampire.
Nick Cage does a good vampire. Let's just say it. We'll just say it right now.
Runs down the street going, "I'm a vampire."
The last Nick Cage movie I saw was amazing, and he had like I think no lines in it. So
Mandy, was it Mandy?
No, it was
Willy's Wonderland.
It was Willy's Wonderland. Yeah,
that one was all right too.
That shit was great. That shit was awesome.
It was basically the Five Nights at Freddy's movie they couldn't make. You know what I love about the original Dracula, which gets harkened back to, is I did not know how much time in the original Dracula movie is spent. Basically, that movie is Bela Lugosi standing in dark corners and then people in rooms going, "Hey, I'm pretty sure that guy's fucking Dracula." And then he like comes out of the corner and he's like, "I am not Dracula. I'm a normal man." And everybody's like, "No, I think that guy's a fucking vampire. Something weird is going on." And that's the whole movie. It's great.
Yeah.
And then Renfield eats some bugs.
Yeah. That's an accurate description.
It's a lot of him being like, "No, everything is totally fine," and then it's not. The Gran Turismo sneak peek dropped.
Who cares?
You know who cares?
Who cares? Who?
The cast. That's what the sneak
peek is. No, they don't.
Is.
They're paid to care.
They
care because it's money.
The sneak peek is 1 minute of the cast going, "Man, you're really going to love watching cars go zoom this time."
Isn't Fast X going to be out this year? I already have my car movie of the year. I don't need that.
Isn't Cars 4 coming out this year?
I don't care about cars. I don't know what happens in cars. I don't want to talk about a cussy. Let's move forward, please.
Hey, wait, hold up. Hold up. What now?
A cussy.
A cussy? A
cussy. Listen, they have baby cars in that fucking world, right?
Listen,
man. It implies it implies that these cars fuck. This is what you wanted. You shouldn't have brought up cars. And then you asked for more information. How you feeling?
I'm just
Ciao.
trying to think about. You think it's like the tailpipe?
I don't want to think about the cussy, which is why I don't want to have to continue with this conversation.
I think it's like the tailpipe, and then like a something from the undercarriage
Mm-hmm.
comes out from
Well, it'd be impractical,
the
right?
man
They
car.
don't. It would be very impractical for them to try to do that.
Well, it's impractical no matter which way you spin it, Joe.
Like, because
It's
how do
cars
they?
fucking.
I don't know. They're always like they don't stand up. To
They
my
do
knowledge,
sometimes.
I don't watch the cars. I don't watch the show.
You've never seen any of the Cars movies?
I've seen clips and bits.
You've
I've
never seen any of the Cars movies?
never seen any of
Not
the
even the
cars
first
movies.
one?
No.
It's not good. They're
So then
not
I
good.
didn't miss anything. I don't feel bad.
It's interesting though. I feel like Cars is now the kind of thing where there's a whole generation of kids that grew up with Cars and they think it's cool, like because they're
Uh-huh.
adults now, and it's not
Uh-huh.
cool. It's not cool. Sorry, guys. Cars
Why
is
are we still
lame.
on this? Move forward. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, it's because of Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo
Oh.
looks supremely uninteresting. Like
Gran Turismo is just a racing game. How do you make that a movie?
it's like a realistic racing game too, right? It's like the most realistic racing game.
Mm-hmm. That's their
So-
whole point. That's their
So,
bag.
so what they said it's going to be a love story. It's going to be a true to life story based on some sort of action. It's like somehow they overstuffed this movie about nothing.
A true to life racing movie.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
You look like you're not pumped for Sony Pictures new upcoming classic Gran Turismo.
You know
the
what?
movie.
I'm not.
Yeah, me either. Fuck that
Not.
movie.
Good. I'm glad you brought it up and we talked about it.
What else is going on in the world, Joe?
Wizards of the Coast is potentially being dumb. I think so. Wizards of the Coast, they do Magic the Gathering, they do Dungeons and Dragons, they do the top tier of like nerd level shit. When it
They used
comes
to do
tabletop.
Pokemon when it was good.
They did when it was good.
Well,
Is the card game
Nintendo.
bad now?
And no, I feel like I had a rough time. I had a rough transition to Nintendo when I was a kid. And it's okay.
Probably because the Pokemon card game. Because here, what I played. I tried playing the online card game for a bit.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and all I could think of is like if you don't have an EX card
Yep.
or something like that,
Yes.
there's no point in playing the game.
Yes.
So like, why even have the mechanics of the original game?
Right.
They don't make it a team battler. They make it a here's your personal Pokemon that you want to be the best at battler.
You just got to draw that guy out. And it's got a bit of a power creep since Nintendo took over. I mean, it's been years now, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
don't handle that well. Yeah, that absolutely is the problem with Pokemon. I miss Wizards of the Coast being in charge, but you're saying that Wizards of the Coast is potentially making a mistake here.
I believe this is a mistake. This just seems like a bid for money that they're trying to hide behind.
Wait, what's on your glasses cloth?
America's Best. It's an owl.
Oh, okay.
What'd you think it was?
I don't know. I just thought it would be something neat. I thought it was
Oh,
maybe
no.
C3PO.
I don't have any cool glasses cloths. I just have normal glasses cloths that I get when I buy my
Glasses.
glasses. Anyway, but yeah, their OGL, which is their open gaming license, is going through an update essentially, and things in the update there that are there, like it invalidates the old one, which makes sense. You know, if you're making a new open gaming license, you have to change the stuff from the prior one, right? It stops D&D related NFTs and blockchain, which I can always be part of. Fuck NFTs. They're a scam. It allows termination of the license for content that is blatantly racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, bigoted, or otherwise discriminatory. uh,
Nice.
which are all fine things because D&D, especially over the past few years, has become a very open and welcoming community for everybody. Because it turns out being able to role play anything you want in a mythical story setting is cool. And even though there are some people who are jerks about it, it's kind of become a safe space for a lot of um, for everybody to like express and like try something and experiment. It's awesome. I can sing the praises of tabletop forever. And the original gaming license basically made it so that Wizards of the Coast allowed people to like make content using their gaming system, the current edition of D&D, and like make content for it, like books, maps, adventures, creatures, post that out there. And it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, here's our content, blah, blah, blah. Boom, boom. If you want to support us and buy it and do this sort of stuff, it was good. It was like, just a very community driven open gaming license. Apparently, with a new one, this states that D&D publisher Wizards of the Coast, they have to be notified about and receive reports on the earnings of all monetized content using their 5e system, or going forward, I think it's going to be D&D 1. And it states that products using the OGL earning over $750,000 per year must pay Wizards a royalty fee of 25% for all income beyond that point. Which seems, at first glance, it seems like oh, that's a pretty high number.
They could have made it lower and they didn't,
They
which is
could have made it
nice.
lower. It's still like
It is nice.
25% of all income beyond that point is a real hard like kick in the dick for some companies who have literally made it their their job
Yeah.
and their mission by using this stuff, by creating like a storytelling space and being a live watch thing. Right off the
You
bat,
mentioned
right off the back,
Critical Role, right?
I mentioned Critical Role, Dimension 20. Those guys are going to get affected by this probably immensely.
I wonder what Critical Role makes yearly.
I don't know that. While this and like the thing about it is that this doesn't just impact like community creators; it impacts games like Pathfinder, which is a big like D&D competitor, but
Yes.
Pathfinder came out out of a love of like I think D&D edition 3.5. So this could fuck Pathfinder. This could fuck Ouroboros. This could fuck up the Lord of the Rings D&D book. There's a lot that this could just hit, and it's crazy. You do have to, and like this makes it so like people have to register with Wizards of the Coast now if they want to make content.
Yeah, that's interesting. And
like
what is that going
just
to entail, really?
yeah. What it entails to me, it seems like a weird Big Brother move where they're like, "Hey, you can still make stuff, but we want in. You're making stuff with our stuff, so you make us money." It's
Critical Role makes $14 million a year.
yeah. That is an actual play show though, so it's not like they're. I don't know. Yeah, and they do a lot of good charity work too. Critical Role is a very good company. This just seems like a weird step, man. And I don't know if they've released a statement about it or anything like that, but it's ugh. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it makes me worried about everything going forward with like. And don't get me wrong, like the fact that tabletop and Dungeons and Dragons has skyrocketed over the past few years in popularity, that's a reason why we're doing this. Like we're getting a movie this year, like a good one. It looks like too, but it just seems like you don't. On the one hand, it seems like they're just trying to like set things in place moving forward as they grow and expand.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. On the other hand, don't fuck the community that got you there in the first place.
Yeah, also that. A point to bring up, Dimension 20, it looks like estimated YouTube revenue at least is around 2 to 4 thousand a month.
Uh-huh.
So they're safe.
That's YouTube revenue though. Dimension 20 also has content on their I do what's it called? I think it's called, it's not Dorkly, it's Dropout on Dropout. But that's a
Right.
subscription fee. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, and I just feel
And
like
they don't
you
have any
figure
books though. The thing about with Critical Role is Critical Role has books
right.
and like
Right.
models and figures that they sell.
No, I'm saying
Um,
if you see Dimension 20 as one of the bigger people who may be affected, I mean they're going to be, I think,
you
even
say they're
with
going
all
to be
that,
fun, but they got to
pretty
attract
well
themselves as
under
Wizard of the Coast now.
pretty well under
It's
750,000.
mhm.
But I do see your point that I mean that takes a huge chunk out of.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like the thing is like I'm surprised that they didn't have something like that in place in the first place. I guess. Did the previous thing say anything about like getting some cut of stuff like that at
No,
all?
no, absolutely not.
That's
No,
nice.
yeah.
That's
So
nice.
like
But
they
I
had this
definitely
whole thing where like, okay, yeah, just make content, do all this other stuff. But now it's, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
definitely think the movie has something to do with that. I think they see that this year as like a huge year of growth for them, and they're like, we got to get something out of it in addition to all
Mhm.
the stuff we're going to get out of it. But I don't know.
It just feels very weird to like the kind of like reason for the resurgence and like the what I feel to be the whole soul and core of D&D is this openness and creativity and this ability to share um, worlds and ideas with other people in the space to kind of like, you know, explore them in a creative and like spontaneous way to and just be a very welcoming thing to be like, hey, nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
That we this is what we consider to be real. Everything else, if it is not real, unless it pays us a certain money after a certain point or is licensed under us, it just it's very restrictive. And the whole point I liked about D&D is how unrestrictive it could be.
but that's business, baby.
Yeah, that's business,
Unfortunately, it
baby.
still is a business, and they know it, and they're gonna
Yeah.
get their money, buddy. They're
Mhm.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
They're gonna get $3.5 million out of
Listen,
Critical Role.
I've seen this happen before. As a wrestling fan, watching Vince McMahon take over the entire North America and tell them and make wrestling be like, oh, you mean WWE? Like the statements people think about, like that's the only thing that exists and this is what it does.
Yeah,
Like I've seen this power move, and I want to say that
yeah,
this will cause other people to rise up, make their own content, and like driving competition, which is good because new games are great. But I like the idea of just like a universal system that people could just like add on and do stuff to. It's my fucking lightning charger versus USB
well, I suppose that is
charger
potentially
argument.
still there. I guess it's yet to be seen how restrictive they are with, like, since you have to apply to that.
Uh huh.
Um, you
I'm
know,
just saying when you go from because it's just a game, dude. Right? At the end of the day, it's just a game with
yeah,
like when you start changing things to be more restrictive, that's a bad sign.
yeah, I would agree.
Because this isn't a restrictive to like. It almost feels like the whole like making it so that they can like stop things that are discriminatory and bigoted is good, but it also seems they're using that as like the no, we're good. See, this is what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
And I'm
absolutely.
like, get the
You
fuck out of
lead
here.
you lead with that so that it's like
Yeah,
you lead with that so that it seems like all the intentions are good, and
yeah.
it never is. It never is,
It never
unfortunately,
is.
because that's capitalism, baby. It's a business, my guy.
That's true.
We're
That's
making
true.
money.
God, and speaking of Vince McMahon, fuck me, dude. Ugh.
What happened to Vince McMahon now?
He's coming back.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Does anybody
He's
want that in the wrestling world, Joe?
no, nobody wants this.
Yeah, I
Nobody
don't
does.
I don't know much about that,
Everybody's
but
so upset about it. But like, it's basically he was like, "Hey, I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I'm
does
coming back,
he sound like Richard Nixon?
Vince Kennedy. That's good shit, Eric."
I'm meeting you halfway, you smelly hippies.
Like kinda. Um,
Um,
he basically okay. So Vince McMahon holds majority um stake in the company, right? Like even though he retired, he still holds majority stake. So he's like, "Hey, I'm coming back, and you're going to put me on the board, and I'm going to bring these two other people who I fired a long time ago on the board with me, and I'm just here to facilitate a sale. I'm just going to make sure that when we sell the company somewhere else, it's going to go to and I feel like it has to be me who does it, or otherwise it won't work well."
is he gonna wrestle?
No, he's not going to wrestle.
Because I feel like that would be a move. Then people, I feel like, because like he's got to know that people don't like him. So
It
I feel
doesn't
like he'd
matter.
show up and
No,
everybody would be like, "Fuck you."
he lives in his own world. What's crazy to me about how this fucking article came out in the Wall Street Journal. God damn it. Like why is that?
Is it like a Donald Trump thing? Like he's just totally oblivious?
I don't think he's oblivious. I don't think he doesn't care.
Okay,
He showed up and he's like,
interesting.
"Hey, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna. You need to put me over here, and I need to be back in here so I can facilitate selling the company later. If you don't do it, well, maybe I won't sell the company the way we should do it." He's threatening his own company with the power of his own voting power, essentially, to bring himself back in,
I see.
so that way he can choose to sell the company how he sees fit. But don't worry, he doesn't want to be a part of creative anymore. He doesn't want to be a part of the product anymore. That's not what he's here for. But he does believe that the company cannot be sold without him, because that is he will make the best decision for the company.
No more Vince McMahon action figures.
Uh,
Did you ever get that box that I sent you? Totally unrelated and totally uh, personal.
this one?
Yeah, it is that one.
Well, I got a box.
You didn't open it?
No.
There's
I
a
didn't know
gift
what
in
it
there
was.
for you.
Oh. Well, guys, welcome to the unboxing.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna want to go from there. He can't hear me. There's no point in me as he cuts open the sides of this box.
I can't hear him. Because
I know,
don't
that's
have
what
my
I just said,
headphones
Joe.
in. So if he's been talking, it don't matter.
I know. We all know. We all know.
Oh, that's right. He said gift, but it's just all of my stuff. Maybe I should have opened all this. Wow. Look at all these movies. We didn't rank this one so hot. This one's an S tier, even though Eric's wrong. S tier. Look at all these movies.
There's something in the middle, though.
This is an
There's a-
S tier movie.
There's a specific reason I told him about this, and he can't hear me.
Digimon. Why did you do this? Oh, wait, there's actually a gift in here. What?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Hold on. I got a gift. Oh, I got a gift. Oh.
I was sitting here like, there's a reason that I asked other than the tapes.
Oh, look.
It's not a big, but it's just open it
I'm
at
opening
this
it.
point. Now you can be one of the guys.
I could be Roman Reigns. Look, everybody. I could be Roman Reigns.
That's why I feel like I didn't. the
My knife.
the tracking on that disappeared, and I had no idea whether it had gotten to you or not. And I
This
figured
is
it
a
hadn't.
fucking toy you can be bought. This is
Yeah, it just
merchandise.
you put Roman Reigns' face on your face. Anyway, Joe,
Yeah, go on. I'm
this
listening.
is gone completely.
I'm listening. Don't worry.
But
Mm-hmm.
I sort of figured I would have seen the Roman Reigns face. Uh, but
If I had, if I had, if I
the
had.
the final news point I wanted to hit today is that there are rumors that
Mhm.
that Nintendo may be wrapping the Switch up. That
Oh,
Tears of the Kingdom may be the last major first party release on the Nintendo Switch. And nobody knows, I mean, it's a rumor right now, but nobody knows where Nintendo would go from there. Um I mean, they're not, maybe it's just going to be a 4K Switch similar thing. It
mm,
could be, since the Switch was so successful. But also, Nintendo is known for doing some crazy shit out of left field. A
true.
la
I
the
think they stick
Virtual
with
Boy.
the.
This
I
this
don't think
harkens back to
I'm gonna kill you.
the Virtual Boy.
It doesn't
Um,
harken back to the Virtual Boy at all. Actually, I don't know why you would say that.
I've harkened myself on back there.
Oh,
And
flicking these nuts in your face. How about that? Yep.
what do you think? What do you think they're going to do?
I think they're gonna stick to handheld something. I think they want to go to that point where they can make handheld video game like things that can also. I think they're just gonna make a higher processing power um, Switch essentially.
It would be smart. It would
Hmm.
be smart. I mean, the Switch is like the console, man. I use my Switch so much.
I told you what happened when I went to Arizona, right? For
What?
Christmas, I surprised my family, right?
Yeah.
And I pulled my Switch out, and my dad's like, "Ooh, what's that?" And next thing you know, we're at a Best Buy, and I'm buying him a Switch for Christmas, and he's playing the fuck out of that thing, man. He loves it. He wants to play his old games. My mom loves playing the old because I got them the family plan
Yeah,
subscription thing.
the online thing.
Yeah, so that way they can uh, play all the fucking old games, any new games too. So they've been playing it like a shit ton.
Yeah,
Like a
that's right. You guys are playing Mario Tennis.
Mario, Danny.
Jenny.
Okay, here we go. Time to become uh, the tribal chief himself. It's me, Roman. On the Isle of Relevancy, there is only one man, and that man, oh God, is me. I have my bracers. He does this thing to do the Superman punch, and he goes ooh ah.
Oh, it really messed up the illusion seeing the underside of your chin. Oh god, your eyes! Wait a second, do that again.
I'm trying to.
that's this
there,
is the
there's the
episode. This is the end of the episode now. We're
acknowledge me.
it's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen.
Acknowledge me.
Oh my god.
I'm
That's our
Roman
episode,
Reigns.
everyone. We'll see you next this Friday and next week.
Because you the twos and we the one. This is a
Goodbye,
stupid.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Fuck. Ow. That hurt.